The real reason Blake and Gwen skipped the CMAs, trouble in paradise?
It's incredible. I'm being funny, but it's an incredible thing. Like, not many artists are ever gonna see that, if any. So
No, I got made up for you. No, I'm in LA. I just got back.
You look fantastic. How is it in Oklahoma? I always imagine like Green Acres, you being out there.
It's not that green right now.
Look, when a couple that normally doesn't miss a single red carpet suddenly disappears from one of the biggest events in country music, people start talking. And with Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani, those conversations got intense after this year's CMAs. Because here's the detail nobody's mentioning. Blake has attended the Country Music Awards almost religiously since 2010. We're talking 15 years of showing up, winning awards, performing, presenting. This man has been a fixture at that event.
This happened, you didn't get a chance to talk, but, and you're not gonna get a chance either this time. I tell y'all something, I've learned.
But I don't want to kill you, so. Well, Scott already said he don't want to say anything. Thank God.
So why now, when divorce rumors are hotter than ever, did he decide to stay home? Today, we're connecting the dots that the mainstream media is conveniently ignoring. And trust me, once you see the full picture, it's pretty damn clear something is going on.
I just wanted to make, yes, I wanted to make the show, but not be on the show, right? Yeah. It's Taylor Sheridan is the other producer. And Lee, you remember Lee Metzger?
Yeah.
Lee's a part of the project.
Taylor and I talked about it when he was here.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. But Keith Urban is our headliner for the show, and
wow.
yes, he's incredible. He's
someone to bring in ratings.
and I was excited because I wanted to be Keith Urban's boss and be like, hey, get me a drink.
Let's start with what actually happened. The CMAs took place on November 20th, and to many people's surprise, neither Blake nor Gwen showed up. Now, the official excuse that circulated was something vague about prior commitments. But here's the problem with that story. According to sources close to the event's production, Blake had confirmed his attendance weeks earlier. In fact, there were preliminary plans for him to present one of the night's major awards. This wasn't a last-minute invitation. This was something that had been in the works since September. And then approximately 10 days before the event, everything changed.
It's incredible. I'm being funny, but it's an incredible thing. Like, not many artists are ever gonna see that, if any. So
his management team sent out a brief statement saying he wouldn't be able to attend. No details, no explanations, just a simple, he won't be able to be present. For someone who's been such a constant fixture at these events, someone who's won Male Vocalist of the Year 5 times at this show, that immediately raises red flags. The CMAs aren't just another awards show for Blake, they're basically his home turf. But here's where things get more interesting. Just 3 weeks before the CMAs, there was this incident in Nashville that almost nobody covered properly. Blake was supposedly recording at his private studio, something he does frequently, but this time Gwen didn't go with him.
I just got a new truck. Both trying to figure out the stereo. So what are you doing? You go, well, I was trying to find Kiss FM to see if I could hear my new song on there.
yeah.
And I pushed one button because I don't know what to do either, and Kiss FM came on, and your song was already playing.
And this is significant because she almost always goes with him when he's in Tennessee. A source who works in the same complex where Blake has his studio told a local blogger that they saw Blake arriving alone multiple days in a row, and that he looked, and I quote, like he hadn't slept in days. They also mentioned that he was there until really late hours, like 2 or 3 in the morning, which isn't typical for him. Now, combine that with what Us Weekly reported in early November. They published that friends close to the couple are worried about the amount of time they're spending apart. And they're not talking about work separations. They're talking about how they're apparently choosing to be in different places.
The location of the wedding held significance for Blake and the 3 boys.
But my kids are really lucky.
As the country star told ET, he spent quality time with Gwen's entire family at the Oklahoma estate.
It's been great, and it's.
Gwen has been spending more and more time in Los Angeles, supposedly to be close to her kids, while Blake stays in Oklahoma. One friend reportedly said that they haven't spent more than 3 consecutive days together since late September. 3 days. For a couple that used to be inseparable, that's a massive shift. And here's the detail that really makes me think. Remember when Gwen always, and I mean always, posted photos of her and Blake together? Her Instagram was practically a shrine to their relationship. Every weekend at the ranch, Every date night, every concert, everything was documented. But if you check her posts from the last 2 months, there's a deafening silence. The last photo she posted of the two of them together was in September, on their anniversary, and even that photo felt a little forced. Neither of them is really smiling in that picture. It's like those photos you take when you know you have to post something, but your heart really isn't in it. Blake's Instagram has been even more telling. He's posted about his dogs, his cattle, his land, but absolutely nothing about Gwen. Zero, zilch.
What is it?
He's getting one.
Ooh, is that one dead? No, she's early.
That's like as fresh as they get there.
Oh, that's like
Number 5.
So let's go back to the CMAs. The theory that's circulating among those who really follow this story is that Blake and Gwen made a conscious decision not to appear together in public while they are supposedly working on their problems. Because think about it. If they go to the CMAs, they have to walk the red carpet together, they have to smile for the cameras, they have to sit together all night, they have to act like everything's perfect. And maybe, just maybe, neither of them was ready to put on that performance, especially not at an event where literally every camera would be on them, where every entertainment show would be analyzing their body language, where every tabloid would be writing about whether they held hands or not.
It is the great day of corn. Woo! Corn in the truck, corn in the field.
An anonymous source who claims to be close to Blake's family told Entertainment Tonight that the couple has been in couples therapy since August. Now, we don't know if that's completely true, but what we do know is that Blake canceled several public appearances around that time, including a performance at the Grand Ole Opry that was already announced and promoted. The Opry isn't something you just casually cancel. That's a big deal in the country music world. He also pulled out of a charity event in Oklahoma City that he's attended every year for the past decade. When you start seeing a pattern of canceled appearances, you have to wonder what's really going on. And then there's the Miranda Lambert issue. Yes, we're going there because we can't ignore the elephant in the room. Miranda was at the CMAs. She looked absolutely spectacular in this stunning gown, and she gave an incredible performance that got a standing ovation. Now, Blake and Miranda's divorce was finalized back in 2015, so it's been almost 10 years. You would think by now there wouldn't be any weirdness.
The composers of Over You, Miranda Lambert and Blake Shelton.
And you didn't get a chance to talk, but and you're not going to get a chance either this time. I tell y'all something. Write a good song, and this is proof of it. Thank you so much, baby. I love you. I love you.
enough said. Thank you so much.
But here's what people forget. Miranda has been pretty vocal in interviews over the past year about how the divorce affected her, and some of her comments have been, let's say, pointed. She did an interview with CBS Sunday Morning back in March where she talked about learning to trust again after betrayal, and while she didn't name names, everyone knew who she was talking about. Is it possible that Blake didn't want to be in the same building as his ex-wife? Maybe. But here's what I think is more likely. Maybe he didn't want Gwen to have to be in the same building as Miranda. Because let's be honest, Gwen has never seemed completely comfortable with the whole Miranda situation. There were those reports back in 2019 about tension when Blake wanted to record a duet with Miranda for charity, and Gwen allegedly wasn't thrilled about it. So maybe Blake was trying to avoid putting Gwen in an uncomfortable situation. Or maybe, and this is the juicier theory, maybe Gwen straight up told him she wasn't going if Miranda was going to be there, and Blake decided to support her by staying home too. And here's the final detail that really makes me think there's something deeper going on. The body language in the last photos we have of them together. There are some paparazzi photos from October when they went out to dinner in LA, and look at them carefully. There's no physical contact. Nothing. They're walking with like half a meter of distance between them. Blake has his hands in his pockets. Gwen's holding her purse. For a couple that used to be literally attached at the hip all the time, holding hands constantly, kissing for the cameras, that's a dramatic change. In one photo, you can see Gwen looking at her phone while Blake is looking in a completely different direction. They look like two people who happen to be walking to the same restaurant, not like a married couple on a date night. There's also been radio silence from both of their camps about future plans together. Usually by this time of year, there's talk about holiday plans, maybe a New Year's performance together, something. But this year, Nothing. Blake's team has announced some solo shows in 2025. Gwen's team has been quiet except for some fashion stuff, but there's been zero mention of them doing anything together. And that's weird because they've always capitalized on their couple brand. They did a Christmas album together, they've performed duets, they've done interviews as a unit. The fact that there's complete silence on that front speaks volumes. So do the divorce rumors have anything to do with them not going to the CMAs? I think yes, absolutely. I don't think it's a coincidence that just when speculation is at its highest point, when body language experts are analyzing their every move, when sources are talking to tabloids left and right, they both decide to stay away from one of the most photographed and scrutinized events of the year. But here's my question for you. Do you think there's still salvation for this relationship? Or is it too late for Blake and Gwen? And be honest, did you see this coming? Or were you one of the people who thought they'd make it? Let me know in the comments, and if you want to stay on top of all the freshest tea, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you in the next video.